Just got your hands on some inline skates? If you don't know where to start, you've come to the right place. Today I'm covering the best drills that you can do as an absolute beginner. Go ahead and pop those babies on, put on your gear, and let's jump right in. Marching in place, you're going to start with tiny marches. If it feels unnatural, that's because it is unnatural. You have wheels on your feet. Once you start getting into the movement of those tiny marches, and when you are ready to go pro, you can start lifting your knees up a little bit higher each time. If you have access to a mat or some sort of fluffy carpet, you can put it underneath you and use it for better stability, or you can go on the grass as well. Invest a lot of time doing this. It's really going to help you understand how it feels to have your weight transfer from foot to foot, or leg to leg, if you will. One-legged balance is very important to becoming a good overall skater. A good way to practice is by using a car, a chair, a wall, or someone's hand to help you balance yourself. Focus on your fingertips. Pretend that anything you touch while practicing this is gonna burn your fingers. In other words, yes, you can use a wall or car for support, but don't rely on it. If you rely too much on other stuff to balance yourself, your body isn't going to learn how to correctly balance on its own, and it's gonna make it harder for you in the long run. The goal is to stand on one foot for as long as you can without losing balance. Next drill is also using some kind of support like a table or something, and this isn't focused on one leg, but this is focused on movement in general. Practice movements that are out of your level of comfort, like crossovers or balancing on your toes or heels, drag stopping. This helps you learn the circumference of your skates and gets you familiar with how your feet can actually move and helps you start building that muscle memory. It's okay if you push it, it's supposed to be fun. Lemon drops. So for lemon drops, you're going to be opening and closing in the shape of a lemon drop. The weight in your boot is going to be outer heels, outer soles, pinky toes, middle and front of toes. Then put in a big toe flex, big toe control. Keep flexing and then use your inner arch a bit to push a little on your heels for the final oomph, and repeat the same thing over and over. As far as leg muscles go, it's going to be your gluteus maximus, then lightly touching the outer thigh muscles, then quick transition to inner thigh adductors, and then finishing off with calves during the close to open transition. And repeat. So the rocking horse is the same thing, except now you're just going back and forth, and all you're going to do is use the momentum from the forward push to swing back to the heel to heel position. As far as how the weight is going to be distributed in your boot and which muscles you're going to flex, all of that is mentioned in the lemon drops chapter. Alright, so C-cuts are very similar to lemon drops, except you're only doing one leg at a time or one foot at a time, but there's going to be a bigger focus on the leg and footwork since you're isolating your muscles here. Focus on the placement of your knees when doing this, and make sure that your knee aligns with your toes so that you're not pronated or supinated. Hopping in place. Don't freak out. So this one, you're gonna hop very, very lightly, a mini hop, literally a millimeter if you can. And envision your feet are very heavy metal plates weighing you down. It's not as hard as you may think it is. And it's a good way to keep you alert because your adrenaline is gonna be up once you put in that little hop. Keep it very light. This isn't supposed to be a trick. It's all about balancing and getting comfortable on your skates. Alright, so falling is no fun, but practice it. There's different ways to fall. You can fall on your side or on your knees. Just be prepared because when it does happen, you want to know that you have a safe landing. And although this isn't the way you're going to fall every single time, the point of this is learning how to take advantage of your pads and getting familiar with how it feels to have that impact with the ground. Edging is going to be so crucial when it comes to turning, so start getting the hang of how it feels to put weight on the edges of your little low wheels. It feels weird at first, but you'll get used to it, and don't neglect the outside edges, they need love too. Cones or even parking lot lines, if you don't have cones accessible, are great to helping you get familiar with how to do an A-frame turn and putting a little bit of movement into your practice. Get started with the famous pizza walk. The pizza walk has been done by almost every rollerblader out there when they first started off. I can almost guarantee that. To do the pizza walk, you just look down at your skates and make a V and slowly pick one leg up and then plant it down. Then pick the other leg up, plant it down, and repeat that over and over, and you'll slowly see how it feels to get into a stride. It's so beginner friendly. You won't be doing this the more you practice. It's just a way to get you started. I promise you are building a strong foundation by doing any of these drills. You may feel silly, but it will be worth it. Let me know how your skating journey is going in the comments. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to stay tuned for the next video in the Beginner to Beginner series.